friends. Welcome to A Day in My Life. I'm TISSA, if you're new here, a Black queer feminist, gardener, from scratch cook, homemaker, and hopefully first time soon to be mama. So in this video, I'm just taking you through a day in my life, specifically in my preconception era. The one thing that you didn't get to see so far this morning is me taking my temperature, because I do that immediately after getting out of bed. Actually, I'm sorry. I do that immediately upon waking. So before I touch anything, I'm grabbing my thermometer, I'm taking my temperature, and I'm logging it. I use a specific basal body thermometer and then just log that in the notes document on my phone, logging the cycle day, the date, and the temperature. Later, I'll go through and I'll transpose that on a paper chart. And then I take my first top of the morning supplements and get out of bed. I usually just kind of putz around my house, open the blinds, straighten up the kitchen if it needs to be straightened up, that kind of thing. And then the next thing I do is get into my meditation. So let's go do that. All right, y'all, pre-workout snack time. Let's see. Is anyone else very picky about their bananas? I like my bananas just ripe, still a little green. And then past that, I'm not super excited about it. But I am going to make my quick little pre-workout, excuse me, pup, my pre-workout snack. If you have been following along for any number of times, you know that carrots are the first thing I'm supposed to be putting in my mouth every day. This is to help manage estrogen. When I did my labs with the functional medicine doctor, I had just slightly elevated estrogen numbers. So to get that, a gentle way to get that kind of under control was to incorporate eating an entire carrot once a day. So the way that I do that is through a ribbon salad. I try and meal prep it when I'm smart. I meal prep it and then just have it ready every day. I usually eat that along with some piece of fruit and a chopstick. Do not come for me that chopsticks are processed foods. I do understand. It is also grass-fed and very clean ingredients. And your girl needs some convenience where she can get it. So the jalapeno chomp, my favorite. It's got a little flavor. I think I'm gonna just eat a half of a banana because I have one here and it feels the firmest. So let me show you what this little plate looks like. This is what we got. Carrots, chomp, banana. And I am gonna eat this and head to the gym. All right, back from the gym. I'm about to make some breakfast and I have a appointment with my functional medicine doctor that I will do, and then I'll shower and be ready for the day. So let's make some breakfast. I'm going to do like a parfait that I've been doing this week with strawberries and well, actually, this is not the homemade Greek yogurt yet. I'm still using the farm-made Greek yogurt. But the farm that I get our yogurt from, our raw milk from, also makes yogurt. And it is A2 milk, which is lovely. I also have cottage bacon from them. If y'all have not had cottage bacon, it is so good. I don't know what part of the pig it is. I don't know if it's still the belly or not, but you can kind of see it a little bit better here. It's cut like this, almost like Canadian bacon, but it actually, you know, still has the fat and stuff. And we get it from the same farmer's market we get our raw milk from. We get a lot of our stuff from them. They are our favorite vendor. But yeah, I'm gonna make a parfait. Actually, let me put this bacon on first. Do this bacon and then get on this appointment. So here is breakfast. We got a side salad, this cottage bacon, which I'm super excited about. It's super thick. And then my Greek yogurt bowl. All right, y'all. Had my functional medicine appointment. I ate my breakfast very late, but I ate my breakfast during that appointment. I'm gonna take my supplements real quick and I'm gonna straighten up the kitchen while I tell you about how that appointment went. So I organized my supplements in these like pill things because I'm taking quite a lot of pills. I'll give you a quick update. So a quick rundown. So in the morning when I just wake up, I'm taking a candy kill, like a candida killing supplement because of my gut dysbiosis. And then I am taking my Zoloft. And I'm taking I'm trying to think of what it's called, but it essentially helps. It's like a cortisol, adrenal support. That's what it is. I take an adrenal support. That's like, I take my temperature, I get up, like feet hit the ground, I'm taking my supplement. The thought is to take that adrenal supplement before my cortisol starts to rise for the day. Here, post breakfast, I take, I don't know if I can, let me show you. So these white ones are my prenatal. That's half of my prenatal dose. This is a vaginal microbiome, because if you are also a constant BV and yeast girly or baddie like me, taking that. And then these are omega-3s. After lunch, I take the other half of my prenatal. And then after dinner, I take my mineral supplement. I do it like that because if not, I get super nauseous with all the pills. And then right before bed, as I'm about to get into bed, I take a magnesium supplement and another like good probiotic. Because essentially the biggest things that I am working with my functional medicine doctor right now, obviously an overall wellness to make sure that my body is good and ready for pregnancy. But the specific things that I need is like to kind of fix these gut issues that I've had for a very long time, or at least get them managed. So gut issues, adrenal support, my cortisol. Essentially my cortisol is so high that it's low. So my body adjusted and my cortisol is particularly low. So getting that under control, and then minerals. I am very, very depleted in almost all of my minerals. So my prenatal has a lot of minerals in there, along with, all the prenatal stuff, but in optimal dosages. That's why it's so many pills. And then I take the extra mineral support on top of that, so that I'm really diving deep into making sure that my mineral stores are up, because pregnancy is such an expenditure on every part of your body. I mean, there's not a part of your body that is not affected by pregnancy. Going in already depleted can be a recipe for a lot of complications and just health issues and feeling shitty and postpartum depression and different, just multiple things afterwards. So I am really super focused on trying to be really good going in. So yeah, that has looked like me taking so many freaking pills, like just constantly pill popping. But thank God they're supplements. They're not medication. The only medication, at night I also take Zyrtec, because the allergies, they've been bad. But the only two medications I take is the Zoloft and the Zyrtec. So, and the omega-3s that I have by Fig Wellness, they recommend storing in the refrigeration. So these are their packaging is cute. Super Omega EPA and DHA soft gels. This is also good for your brain. So multiple birds, one stone. So that's why I keep those in there. All right, let's straighten up this kitchen really quick. It's only a couple of little things. I have been working with this functional medicine doctor for since January. So about 4 months. She's been great. She specializes in this. This is what she's really passionate about. This is when she was in school. This is what she was passionate about doing. She's great. So I've been doing her protocol. The one thing that I have not been doing super well at is my adrenal cocktails. So I'm going to get way better on that, and making sure I'm also very consistent with my carrots. But it is time for a retest to see where I'm at. So I'm really excited about that. We're going to be testing the things that were a concern before. So that's the minerals, the cortisol, the estrogen, and things like that. So that will be next month during my day 20 of my cycle, which apparently is the best time to test hormones. So I will be doing that. We got that all scheduled during this meeting. I talked to her about, I had some tests. I just got a new primary care doctor and, had my blood work and stuff done with her. And a couple things came up and I talked to her about those things. We created a little plan and to let her know that we've also updated our timeline. So I gave her that update. So everything was good. I love working with this doctor. And I've been trying to be as diligent as possible in implementing the things that she has given me, because I want to be able to give my body and my baby the most that I can give that kid and myself. So doing everything in my power, and the rest is up to the universe. I have been neglecting my sourdough starter, so I refreshed it yesterday. It lifted a little bit. I'm gonna refresh it now, and then maybe again before I go to bed. Okay, I'm about to, just came out of the garden doing some work, and I'm about to heat up some leftover meal prep. This will maybe be my dinner. It's 5:00 right now. I have a podcast meeting and a podcast recording with Chanel at 6. So I have to finish what I'm doing in the garden, watering in some stuff, and then hop in the shower, get dressed, put on a face, and I'll eat this while we're meeting. This is a pretty light dinner, so I can imagine myself getting hungry again, in which case I'll see what I do. But it's 5:00. We're meeting at 6. That meeting is gonna go for at least until 9. So I hate to eat later and have to cook something. So maybe I'll just snack later if I get hungry, or make a smoothie. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll make a smoothie. Good plan. So anyway, I got these ancestral beef meatballs from Force of Nature. I love these because they're super easy. You just pop them in the oven on 375 for 14 minutes. And then you have a really tasty meatball that you can throw with whatever you need to do. You can also throw these in the air fryer or just do them over a skillet, but the oven is easiest for me. And they're ancestral beef, so that means they have the beef liver, some beef heart, things like that, and super clean ingredients. I love these things and love this brand. I am not sponsored. Ain't nobody sending me no money, but this was paid with my own coin. You hear me? And they'll get the coin again. So anyway, I'm gonna put this in the oven, and I'm gonna have this with some leftover herby salad. That should be ready when I am done watering. I'm gonna hop in the shower, get dressed, and get into this meeting. All right, y'all. Podcast has been recorded. Food has been eaten, even though I do feel like I'm a little peckish. I might go rummage through the kitchen for a snack. But face has been washed. Blue blocking glasses are on. Very late, but better late than never. And if you don't know what these are blue blocking glasses. They're from Bon Charge. used to be blue blocks. They block the rays that suppress melatonin so that you can sleep, so that it doesn't interrupt your circadian rhythm and you can sleep within that, and have your hormones moving as optimally as possible. So I wear these for hormone regulation, but then also to make sure that I'm getting as good quality sleep as possible. I usually try and wear them the moment that the sun actually goes down, so that I'm mimicking sunlight outside. But obviously, I was on a podcast until about 20 minutes ago, so it is what it is. So yeah, it's been a good day. I hope you have enjoyed this vlog. My last thing for today for my preconception routine is to take my evening supplement. So I will do that right as I'm getting into bed, and then I will drift off into slumber. It's been a busy day. So if you have enjoyed this day in the life vlog, please like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. And, let me know what you liked about it. I need, give me some feedback. So yeah, I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.